Forge Captain Kyle Bekker and Mitch Hullahan bring you the Captain's Log on the Forge Audio Network.
Welcome to Kyle Bekker's Captain's Log. Behind the scenes, as always, we have our guy, Dave Butko. I'm Mitch Hullahan, Kyle's former teammate and longtime mentor. Forge was back in action at the Donut Box this past weekend. First league game since a convincing 2-1 win against TFC in the Canadian Championship semifinals on a rainy Hamilton evening. On today's blog, we delve deep into the game against Pacific, a bit of pre-Olympics chat, talking about some sports documentaries, talking some rain and some weather delays. So as always, let's start off. How's my nephew? How's Benny?
Benny's doing good. He's just the guy doesn't tire easy, this guy. A lot of energy.
Is he still beating you up?
Oh yeah. He gave me a good flashbang across the face the other day. But he's been doing crazy stuff. Every day is just like a feat of strength. Today he was just running around with a hockey stick, like a full hockey stick, full twig, just running around backyard, like running into stuff, getting jammed, and then he like just battles through how he's got to like reconfigure it to make it through whatever dumb space he's trying to get through.
He's just doing
He did a full cartoon step on a rake and it rocked him, which was unbelievable. But then he just battled through and kept going. So that was pretty sweet.
He's just walking around the house like Will Ferrell with a hockey stick in old school.
Literally.
Just bumping things off tables, big turnarounds.
Okay, Mitch, you're on the rebound. You're like an injured young fawn who's been nursed back to health, who's finally going to be re-released into the wilderness. I'm sorry, baby. Careful. I'm sorry, you okay? Don't say sorry to me. Say it to the baby, Frank. Okay, upset him. I'm sorry, baby. It's okay. It's okay. Be happy.
It was outside and he was just rocking like side tables left and right. It was gold. Pure old school move. Thought about that. But what's another thing he's doing? Oh, he's starting to like get real confident on the walking. Doesn't like being in the stroller, so he just pushes the stroller. And it's just like feats of strength all the time. And if he sees you pushing it at all, he just like looks up and yells at you. It's like, guy, you're literally driving into the road or the ditch. Like, what do you want me to do? Gotta relax here, buddy. He's like, it's gold. So.
He's real close to a couple of post-game runarounds with the ball on the field.
Oh,
Forge fans need to see the next generation of Becks.
I've been I want to get him out. I feel like I need to gotta get him in the locker room, just around the boys. But it's the timing of it's tough. But he's I would say the hardest thing right now. The guy's a menace in the car. Like he is just he just hates it because he just wants to go. And the second you like strap him in, he's sitting for like more than 5 minutes. It's like, what are we doing? He's just yelling at you. He's just over it. But he's picked up on the mirror, looking into the rear view mirror.
Yeah.
So he's always just looking at me, being like, hey, and then just throwing stuff. And whatever toy he has in front of him is getting hucked across the car.
He's just like his Uncle Lee. Just hates driving.
Yeah, they had a nice little hangout the other day. That was gold.
Yeah?
Yeah. Old Funkle Lee. Guy's going to be giving him beers in like T-.
T-. How was the old kids' day? Classic. Can Lee grab?
Yeah,
classic text.
Yeah. Which kids' day?
Wasn't a donut box? There was something going on during the rain days this week.
Yeah, we had a little kids clinic at the stadium. Great turnout. I feel like it was like upwards of like 150.
Was it during the big rains?
Oh, we 100% there was lightning when I was doing like the old intro speech. The rain was kicking off and we just powered through. We were going CONCACAF rules on this one, pure El Salvadorian soccer camp. No,
we're not rescheduling this.
No, we're not pushing this back. Way too many kids. There's parents here. We're giving them what they want. The kids were buzzing. No one was worried about it. And it was just wanting to stay away. And honestly, had a good night. Unfortunately, the Forgers got upset by the 200 kids in the old 8v200 scrimmage to end it off. A kid almost undercut me and I almost just crushed them. Dude, long ball and you're just like running through the field and there's just a million of them. They just come for your ankles. And this kid was like, I'm just going to take you out. And I'm looking back and I see him in the corner of my eye and I go to stop and he slips and I almost just leveled him. But it was good. And he was hilarious too. He just starts rolling around trying to win a foul, saying it was a card, and he just got up. It's great. Kids are tough.
Kids are tough. That's good. So that was what, Monday?
Ooh, no, Tuesday.
Yeah. How
Tuesday
was
night.
hey, there's been lots of talk on here about the on-storm issues we've been having.
Just the relentless rain?
No. How they've been tweeting on-storm at us for every little light drizzle. But the game through this time. The on-storm was true. That was the most insane rain ever.
Dude, so Physio Liam, one of his boys who lives in Burlington, and I don't know his name, so I'm not going to expose him too hard, but he showed me a video of this guy's apartment flooding. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, dude, it was gone. Like, everything is just like throw it all out. He was doing like a panorama through the whole thing, and like the caption was perfect. It was like down bad as an understatement. But then you go to the bathroom, you just like zooms over it, guy. The toilet was just like shooting water out.
Come on.
It was crazy. Like, clearly something backed up and there was flooding, but he was like up to his knee. It was insane.
Where was it all coming in from?
It was a basement apartment, so it seemed like it was flooding like just all angles.
But it was coming up through the toilet too.
Oh yeah, that was the cherry on top, the poop water.
You got to get out of there pretty quick,
dude. But like everything you have is just gone. Like, I don't know if there's. Oh, here we go. This in all of the flooding stuff. This came out. This is an all-time story. I don't even know if I've told you this one. My goddamn headphones keep popping out of my little ears, guy. These inside buds, no good. They don't stick in. I feel like I'm going deaf half the time. No, I've been using them the whole time. They stink, but they're really jamming me up tonight. You know those, like the ones that go in? No good.
Yeah.
Garbo, not one of those guys. All right,
the pros, the AirPods Pro. You're not a pro guy.
No, I don't like those either. These aren't even them. These are some budget.
Yeah. They don't fit. They don't fit in your canals, huh?
Got a shallow canal, buddy.
You guys got tight canals.
So in the year I was in North Carolina, shout out my roommate Connor Tobin. Yeah, we were. I don't know. I think it might have been a Thursday night, and we, for whatever reason, we're like, we're just gonna burn her down. Had a couple cocktails, and it just kept going. And then, like, I think we were out somewhere. We came back and we just went classic song for song, just battle. Like, just get on the tunes. You play a heater, I'm playing a heater. We're going. It was like a classic, like 4 a.m. rip. And then the next morning we had training, and then we were traveling. Guy, both of us sleeping through the alarm, and I was knocked. And then this guy just comes barreling through my door, and he's like, "What the did you do?" And I'm like, "Whoa, like, guy, what time is it? Like, did we sleep through practice?" Just head is an absolute box of frogs, just hung over his and we just like, "Guy, come out here and look at this." And we had there was like a shared bathroom, and I opened the door, and it was just a puddle everywhere. Like it was just going, like the toilet just backed up in the middle of the night, and he thought I did something. Nothing happened. It was just like something in the complex happened, and it was just a nightmare. But we were late for practice, so like we couldn't even do anything about it. Like, just going through like ankle deep water, getting out, calling the apartment complex. We have to like sprint to training to make sure we're there, and then, dude, we were gone. So we were like, "Guys, someone's got to go in. Someone's got to fix it. We don't know. We have no idea when it was going to stop." Dude, just a nightmare. But they put us up in a hotel for a few days. It was nice.
I mean, that's the biggest thing with all these floods. Like, you just got to feel for the people that happened to. Like, I honestly think if I'd just lock the door and I'd just leave. Just like, that place is gone. Just got to find a new place. Like, no, don't worry about a security deposit, anything. Just like, grab your backpack. I'm out of here.
It's the dealing with all the the little that would just put my brain in a pretzel, where it's like, I think I would just move countries. I'm out.
Calling insurance, telling.
If you gotta find receipts for everything that's been ruined, no chance. Get out of my face.
Oh man, can you? Yeah, Honestly,
like,
my sympathies go out. That's just something I just couldn't do.
Truly. Yeah, I can't fucking any of that stuff. Funny, I think I've been paying for like a PlayStation subscription. I haven't opened up the box. I haven't played PlayStation since they like changed to whatever the new one is. I think I've been paying for an online subscription. PlayStation is the hardest thing in the world to cancel, and I've just given up. Like they're just like, all right, man, this is a thing I'm going to pay for every single year. I'll never use it. Maybe one day, Benny, will have it. Like, I'll give it to you for your 18th birthday, buddy.
Yeah,
you had 18 years of a paid subscription you never got to use once.
He's probably going to get old enough and just plug in the PlayStation at your parents' house, and it's going to be like, "Oh, welcome back. Your subscription."
It's going to take 18 years to do the software update, so he's never going to be able to play. He's going to break it because he just freaks out. He's got no patience, this guy. He's going to tomahawk it.
Yeah, canceling subscriptions, huh?
Buddy, I'm the worst. Like Colin, buddy, those are the worst. I think when I first moved back from school to Canada, I think I had an American phone for 3 years because I just could not bring myself to call AT&T and cancel it.
Yeah.
The second they put you on a hold, it's like, all right, I'll try next month. Terrible.
Yeah. Do you want to hear my headline for the game against Pacific?
Yeah.
Okay. With Canada men's national team, head coach Jesse Marsh in the building. Forge's Kwesi Poku shines with a brace to pick up his buddy Malik after a harsh penalty call early in the game. No, it wasn't harsh. But the boys came out with a victory, and your Forge are sitting in third place as we get ready for Forge 2.0, the return of Iliman Cisse.
Yeah. Look at that.
Pretty good headline, huh?
Pretty
Just
did you put like the did you account
the page?
Did you account for the 5 stutters to start it off? Did you just say that over and over?
Yeah, Dave's gonna get that in post.
Nice. Yeah, that's
I did
crazy.
write that down
The
too.
kid's on fire. Oh, he's just scoring. Guy scores for fun right now.
Oh, it's great to watch. Fun to watch.
Yeah, he's it's crazy seeing him just like hit his stride, adapt into a new position, and he's just guy's thriving right now.
Yeah,
looks like he's enjoying his football. It's nice.
Who isn't enjoying CPL football right now? You know,
Jabronis.
Euros and Copas might be done, but you know what I say? Pick up your onesoccer.com subscription.
Look at that.
Promo code Bekker.
Who is this guy? For 20% off. Swipe up.
Yeah, no, just a disclaimer: you get 0% off for that promo code. But it's the best game in town. Yeah, Kwesi's playing sick. Yeah, I'm excited for Cisse to come back. What else?
Cisse's a big addition, buddy. Another one.
Yeah.
Nana coming back too from his little injury after making his second appearance. Picked up a little hammy,
nice.
So I see him making another appearance off the bench. 2 games in a row is good. That's exciting.
Yep.
He's getting healthier and healthier. So that's good.
Did you guys have any chatter about Jesse in the building?
To be honest, we were all talking about it. I think it was brought up, and then I totally forgot about it. And we were running out for warm up, and old Marshy was just out there. It was great.
Yeah,
it's a nice little added incentive. I'm hoping some of the boys seen it.
Someone said he was doing a Copa pressers like in front of Forge stuff too. There's like Copa pregame because it was during the finals, right? Yeah, so he was like in front of the Forge board for some of his interviews with the TSN crew.
Tell you what, not having the old IG on the phone anymore, I just miss everything. But
hey, you know what?
I seen him.
That's what we're gonna get into a little bit tonight, because I'm also not really tuned into that, but I should more. I found some good stuff on the Twitters today.
Oh yeah,
yeah. This is just, I mean, do you not think just every sports like commentator ever is just literally reading and stealing tweets from fans and passing it off as their own?
Probably, because
it's gotta be. But it's just, I mean, it's there's a lot of content there.
Yeah.
It's like if you just need a little thing to talk about, boom, Twitter.
Yeah.
X.
What did you
ever heard of it?
What are you stealing?
Nah. So this is kind of coming in a little early, but I don't know how no one showed us this or how you haven't seen this, but Dave, if you could be so kind to line up the old video for us. It's just a magical little thing I
My
found.
dog heard Forge FC playing today. My dog heard Forge FC playing today. Yeah! Forge FC playing today in Hamilton, baby. Yeah!
Guy,
So
I
we coulda
saw
set up that a
that.
little
That guy
bit.
had like a little setup today with like a big Canada flag in front of it. I think you're selling some
yeah.
flowers. It's
Yeah,
unreal.
just dancing on the corner. So that was Simone Lawrence driving by, tweeted that.
Yeah,
On that was just like a couple weeks ago. He was on game day.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
God
Simone's
damn, how have I
got.
never seen that?
I know, it's amazing, and
come
he's a
on, people.
big guy. He's a big Forge guy.
Oh yeah,
Lots
He's just
of.
what a hype guy
yeah.
that guy is.
Oh,
Just he is he brings the energy. It's palpable.
yeah.
Palpable when he walks in a room.
So anyone listening, he is just driving. I'm assuming on the way to the Forge game, and the guy was
that's
just
right.
ripping a
That's
couple.
right at
ripping
the Fresco,
yeah,
I think.
it's a Barton and
Yeah.
thing. Just ripping a couple dances on the corner there.
I like that guy's fit. Great White Sox. Little
Yeah.
Fideldo too. Come on. Looks
Yeah.
like the white Neo.
Well, we were gonna get into Twitter today because I mean I feel like there's been a bunch of this around, like people reading mean tweets about themselves.
Yeah,
We were gonna
didn't
do that.
Don't the celebrities do it all the time?
Yeah,
Are we gonna
good
fire off
bit.
a couple?
It's a
Kyle
good
Becker
bit.
tweets?
Good segment. Wow. Okay, so first we had a listener. We had a Twitter question come in from Jerry Giraffe that just said, "How do you handle your haters?" So maybe you can answer that first, and then I'll get into what I found on Twitter.
Oh. Sorry, I feel like we're letting the old F bombs fly because old Davey told us to tighten her up pregame, but clearly that isn't working. Doesn't know his audience.
As soon as he says,
Guys,
"That's all you can do."
that's all I'm doing is swearing. So I apologize to everyone who's listening this week. There's gonna be a lot of beeps, but it is what it is. We're all grown ups here. How do we deal with the haters? I don't know, man.
No, I know. It's just here's a better question. Have you actually seen, or do you ever look at stuff on the socials?
I would never actually like actively search it out, but like
Yeah.
there's just a ton of stuff you can't avoid sometimes. And sometimes
there-
you just get hit with a dagger. Dude, I remember one.
Yeah. All right,
Oh,
let's hear it.
this was so good. It was fucking hilarious. It was after I played a game for Canada. I forget which one it was. And clearly this guy just couldn't believe old Kyle Becker got another cap for his national team. And it was something along like I can't remember exactly what the words were. He goes, "Oh, here we go. How am I supposed to explain to my son tonight that Kyle Becker has played X amount of times for our national team?" And it obviously like tagged me in it. So it was like the first thing I saw when I got back on the bus after the game. I was like, "Yep, fair play, buddy." I don't know what to tell you.
Wasn't it? 'Cause I saw a real old tweet that had your like old Twitter handle in it.
Okay.
Wasn't it actually like Bobby or Costa that told you to shut her down?
I don't know.
I thought early in the college career they were just like, "Yeah, Kyle, this isn't the platform for you.
No, dude, I
We
remember.
think we should probably just nip this in the bud."
No, there was I think my first year in TFC. Do you remember Hatchet outside of his house? There was like someone on the street put a toilet out to junk it,
Oh yeah.
and we obviously had a couple.
After we were getting a haircut,
Yeah, but I think we had a
just
couple
for a
bevies,
setup.
and we just obviously I just went and sat on the toilet, like pants down, and everything. Thought it was a great pic. Popped her on the gram, and I think that was shortly after like the standing on the bar with no tarp on pic. Because it was like phone call right in the morning. He's like, "Yeah, what the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "It's kind of funny. Like, what do you mean? It's harmless. Not doing anything bad." He's like, "Yeah, dude, tighten this up. Like, what is wrong with you?" Like, I'm just having some fun.
You were just pushing the good content back then.
I feel like it was great content, but everyone was always up in arms and everything I did. It was always everyone's always so sensitive.
You were really you were ahead of the game. Like now everyone's posting jokes and crazy stuff.
I always thought it was funny.
Days, like, yeah. Fun
And
is
then
funny.
even like back in the bubble when I scored that goal and Hezbollah was fucking real hot in the street, and I made that and I did the old Hezbollah celly, and then we made old Corey made a vid with like Bobby reffing and me and Hezbollah playing like tennis or something.
Oh yeah,
Classic bit.
Corey.
Yeah, but nah, it's I would say like if you're searching it out. And if it's gonna jam you up, just like anything on social media, then it's probably not a good idea to do it. But there's like if you gotta have thick skin, like it's a classic. Like the funny stuff to me is like even against TFC midweek, going to take a corner we should have scored on. Really ran a nice little set play. Borges had a cutback at the PK spot and it actually went off alley, unfortunately. But like you're running over and the TFC fans are just yelling TO reject. You're like, all right, like is that one's supposed to hurt? Like, yeah, I've been playing beer league for the last couple of years. Like, ooh, no. Or like when other teams in the CPL do it, it's like, guy, you gotta have another angle. Like, is this like your first sports game? Like you never booed a guy? Like, make it hurt. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Like that stuff, it never has really jammed me. That sense, I would say the worst stuff was like in TFC when we were not our best. Is our fans had a tendency to just chirp our own team while we were warming up, and then like whoever got the call to get subbed in, it was just like, oh my god, this guy. So maybe I just like got a little thicker skin. Coming
that's pretty funny,
like pretty early on, because it was just, that was like really like my first professional experience, right? So like I don't know, I always kind of like I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you don't hear it. Like I think it's like the stuff is hilarious, especially when you're not playing in like a barn with like 40,000 people screaming, because that's when it kind of just becomes like a dull noise. But like a lot of the places we play, like there's not that many people, so you can actually hear like the odd like, hey Becker, you fucking suck. Hey guy, those literally just make me laugh. Like it's awesome. Like I genuinely feel like it's Glenn and Kev watching like an Iroquois hockey game, just absolutely giving it to some kid on like Holy Trinity or something.
Yeah. No, like I mean, your only experience with that before the professional level was probably Pete in the stands, just yipping you guys warming up.
Yeah, I mean,
at Boston College.
Yeah, you try and hurt me, man. My dad's been chirping me for 34 years.
Come on, that's a joke. The reason why the Twitters came up today too, I watched that. We got Olympics coming up. Said we were going to talk about Olympics. I mean, this is going to go a couple ways. I'll just say them all right now. All the Olympics content coming on Netflix right now. Yeah. Getting me pretty fired up.
Pretty good.
So number one, yeah, sprint's good. But the thing that led to the Twitter stuff was I watched a little bit of the Simone Biles.
Yeah.
A little documentary on there. And like that, like she's the best of all time. Like of all time.
Is it
and like
undisputed, or are people not giving her flowers?
Well, like after, like she had the yips at the 2020 Olympics, right? Like it's called the twisties or something when they like, I don't, but it's just like
you don't want to do 6 backflips on a beam that can just snap your body in half. Weird.
Yeah, like 100%. And it's like, and then you just get dragged on Twitter. Like, why does that have to be a part of sports? I mean, I get it, but also just. So I wanted to come here tonight and say, let's be positive, guys. If we have the opportunity to tear someone down, let's do it.
Wouldn't.
Behind closed doors. No, but we actually would.
Dude, I think it's some of the funniest stuff, because like with your like rational brain, you're obviously like, oh, that's so bad, I would never do that. But there's something about like caring about something, and then your heart just gets ripped out, and you just have to blame someone. And there's a lot of garbage people in this world, and they're like, you know what's gonna make me feel better about this, that I just poured all my goddamn time into, and I bought all these friggin' jerseys, and I cared, I cried, I showed emotions for the first time in my life, never even hugged my kid, is I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'm gonna tell them how she sucks.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So I found one
It's a caveat.
I found one pretty good tweet where you got a pretty good ricochet.
Hey, you know who loves to throw out an absolute heater? And I only know this from you, to be honest. Old John Molinaro is not a fan of Kyle Becker.
If anyone can stop tearing people down, come on, John. Kyle's a good guy.
Honestly, like, I don't know what I've done to that guy, but it's awesome. He hates me. It's great. I think we should try and get him on the pod and just be like, hey, buddy. How are
he'd
you?
probably be great. It's like, it's hilarious that you just like make fun of people and like stick with it. Like he spares no opportunity to give you a good yip.
It's like a whole other league. No one even on the field is Canadian. He goes, remember when that idiot Kyle Becker got 38 appearances in the league or something like that? Like just so outlandish.
Yeah, I don't remember he had one who was just like he was like, by the way, Kyle Becker only played 38 games and this other guy played like 500. It's like, like, good point.
Just such a it's awesome. He's good.
We'll turn him. He's a good guy, I'm sure. But no, this is the one that I found that's pretty good. I think it was during like a Women's World Cup or maybe Olympics or something. But
oh boy.
Diegs goes, has Schmidt had a good set piece all tournament? Right now she's the Kyle Becker of the women's team. Come on, guy. Not necessary.
That's
Diego,
so good.
Oh, come on.
No, that's class. Fair play.
It's kind of funny though, because it's kind of funny because you also look like Sophie Schmidt.
Yeah, that's the obvious layup part, but I'm sure she probably just every one of her corners didn't beat the first post, and everyone's all
100%. This guy was going.
What do you know? Maybe her coach was asking him to whip it into the first post. I don't know, Diego, with your brony.
This guy was just going. No, he didn't even want to go the easy route of the looks. He just went pure football.
Oh, was there follow-ups?
No, that was it. Yeah, but I thought that was pretty good. Good. The other thought I had of some of these Olympic documentaries. When are we just gonna get a Forge 24/7?
I mean, ooh, that'd be good.
Like, I think we could pitch that. We could sell that. 100%. They're making a documentary about every other team in the world. Like, how come you guys couldn't have one?
I feel like, oh man,
it's probably in the works.
I feel like we were on the brink of something great in the bubble, just because there was actually like a ton of cameras there, and like a lot of footage and a lot of sit downs and stuff. And I feel like they actually might have made something, but I think it could have just been more and longer. Yeah, but and even just to have it in the back pocket. Yeah, that whole thing was like just a full-on social experiment of like Hunger Games, like who's just gonna break in these 6 weeks in this hotel. It was unbelievable. But,
so you're saying we just need to get Dave Butko to write up a script. Me and him will sit in the editing bay and chop it up, and we got a series right there. We'll pitch it around.
Weren't we talking about this? Weren't we talking about the MLB players who are mic'd up for a game?
Yeah, we were saying we should mic you up for something.
Yeah. And thinking about it, I don't really like say too much stuff in a game. That's great. I think there's a couple good lines that'll come out. But we have some people that like really you just need to mic up David Edgar. That would just be
that's a way better idea.
Way better. Yeah. He would be unbelievable. If you mic'd up David Edgar, even just for a training session, it would be electric. That's the behind the scenes content I think the Forgers need. Just because he'd be all over it. He'd be doing football stuff, but like some of the things he just throws out that goes over everyone's head is unreal. Just chirping.
Yeah. And he like I feel like something would need to happen for you to do something good. He'd just be like sitting in the corner talking to himself.
You talk literally if you put a mic on him, he would talk the entire time and it would all be gold. Guy, he was moving a net at practice today. Yeah. It almost fell and just killed him. Almost took his head off. He was like pulling it by the mesh to move it by himself on the wheels. And I don't know what happened, but he just pulled and the whole thing just went like this. And so we're doing a drill and he's literally like 50 yards away and you just hear this huge crash and I look over and you see this big length just in the net, in the mesh, like what the I was dying. Unreal.
Yeah, he's the best. He's just just the shape of him is the best, eh? He's just hilarious. Just
he's
a
great.
big drink of milk. I know we've said this before, but greatest move of all time at your wedding when he was wearing the short pants. He was just putting his leg up on the bar all night, showing everyone that he's wearing his buddy's short pants.
And telling everyone to pull.
This guy's
him down,
like 6'9".
Yeah, wearing
6'9",
Borges'
wearing his
suit.
Man. Speaking of suits and clothing, here's something I picked up from the Twitters. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I had to give a shout out because I saw this guy on Twitter actually after your first goal was obviously his name's Greg Paziak. Have you ever heard of him?
Nah.
He's like the biggest soccer fan ever. Canadian soccer fan. Lots of content on there. And I was honestly laughing. It was pretty good. Lots of good. His meme game's pretty good. And his like GIFs and clips and stuff. So he actually posted it was like Kyle Bekker gets on the score sheet and he posted the Billy Madison clip.
Come on.
The Trans Am. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got the goal song.
That's legendary.
So he's our guy. But I also saw him like retweet or something that someone put out an article of the jersey sales, top jersey sales in the CPL. Did you hear that list for Forgers?
No.
All right, top 3. I got them. Jersey sales. Who do you think it is? Number
Borges?
3. He's number 2.
Borges number 2?
Yep.
Is it for this year?
Honestly, at the start of the article, it was like, these are the numbers that we got from each team. And then it was like, disclaimer, the numbers that we got are probably not right. But anyways. No, it's this year. It's this year, 100%.
Oh, Benny?
Yeah, number 1.
Yeah.
And yourself, number 3. I won't make you say it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially for the year. Borges, massive comeback year. Benny just lighting it up like a madman.
He's
Unreal.
had some pivotal moments, I would say.
Who do you think would emerge from the Forge 24/7 series that we do on Prime? It's probably going to be on Prime. Who do you think would emerge as the star?
It's probably going to be on Prime. The star? The show. Malik, I think, would be good.
I think he's an easy pick. I think we got to go off him because he's already a star. That guy goes around the world just as a star.
All right.
You know that.
So one that I think would emerge. Oh, honestly, Nana.
Yeah.
Guy, he is electric. He's so funny. So he'd been here for like a couple weeks, and there was just like one day he was just getting everyone's name wrong. And I think he's doing a bit. Like literally just he called Eddie Tom. He calls Mateo Marcus. But like it's just kind of like a thing that I feel like he's just like, this is my thing.
Yeah.
But he was playing the bit up so much that no one believed that he knew anyone's name. Like he calls Garvin Methuselah Mufasa. Just classic. But
like so it's a half bit, half real, but he just commits to it.
It's almost like in The Office when Michael just has like his word association. That's just insane.
Yeah, we remember.
To remember stuff. I think it's a little bit like that. He's like a mad scientist in there. So we made him stand up and go through everyone and every member of staff's name, and he had to say it in front of everyone, and it was electric. But he's got this thing where he makes all the young kids, like if they like say something stupid or like them off, he just makes them do 20 push-ups. And like the first time he did it, like everyone was so confused. He's like, "Hey, give me 20." And literally just made someone give him 20 push-ups because he just didn't like it. It was gold. He's electric.
Right, I like it.
He's good.
I like it.
I think Sebastian Castillo would come out. Costello.
Oh yeah, Seba. Yeah.
Seba would.
But I mean, it's just like when he came on the pod. I think he needs the behind the scenes cameras.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if he's a shy kid, so if like he was doing like an
need to get
interview,
him.
he would just give you like a professional program.
Yeah.
But if there was like a couple like he didn't really know what was on, it's like creeping through, and he's just having a full combo. Some of the shit he says is gold. He'd be good.
Like he'd get the clip, which this is. I mean, you can't talk 24/7 and not talk about Phil the Thrill, the old Phil Kessel clip. The good one, Randy.
Yeah.
That's our fault. We're late. Yeah.
Where's Bozy? He didn't get you here on time, Phil?
Good one, Randy. Good one.
Burn.
It'd be a lot of
Insert clip there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I think that'd be Seba too. Like he'd give Bobby a good yip or something. That'd be
him and Bobby love a little back and forth before a video session.
All right, so Forge are sitting in third place. Hey, did you know York is in second?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
York
This league, buddy.
Yeah.
Gives the people what they want. Entertainment.
Yep. Yeah. Right. Like
anyone
we always
can
say.
beat anyone.
Yep. Next one coming up, Cavalry, our buddies from Calgary.
Yeah. The old bird of beef. Got a big big trip out west. Big 3 points on the line. This is I think we're hitting the point where we gotta keep this train rolling. We gotta turn a couple of results back to back to back. Get a little momentum going. We've obviously had an up and down first half of the season. Started great. Then a couple low points in between some massive cup results, but I think ultimately we gotta focus up and have a strong month here, especially leading into what's at the end of August.
All right. Sounds good.
That's it.
I'll be there.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
This was The Captain's Log with Kyle Bekker and Mitch Hullahan. The guys will drop another episode sometime, whenever they get to it. In the meantime, we would love and appreciate for you to like, follow, subscribe, click on the little bell, do all the things in all the places you get entertained, and you'll find more of this type of content. And that also means we get to spend more time together on the Forge Audio Network.